Hey guys, just getting ready here still. Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. Today I'm going to be doing a grayscale painting. I want to just use black and white. You can see I have here on my palette. And I'm going to do a bird, a toucan. Let's see if I can show you here. This is just my reference I'm going to be using. The reason I want to use a colorful picture is because I just want to show you how I paint with my values and tones in black and white without needing color. And then, which basically is called a grisaille. And then you can do a glaze over it later with color if you want, or just, you know, keep it black and white. But a lot of people do this kind of style to fully flesh out a painting before adding color, and then it adds a lot of depth and feeling to it. I probably won't be able to teach you like the same way that a real art school would, I would say, because I kind of do my own thing, but you'll get the general idea. So as usual, I'm going to take my white and start kind of a sketch on this. These are just these little MDF boards. You can get a bunch of them for super cheap. I just paint them, you know. I like my red background, which again, yeah, I'm doing a black and white painting. I'm doing it on red, so yes, I'm adding some color that way, but it's just, this is just the way I'm doing it. So yeah. So I'm going to start by just doing a sketch of my bird here first. You should, you're definitely welcome to try different colored bases. It's kind of interesting to try different colors, see what comes out of it. It might help you learn how to layer more. It's kind of a strange picture. But yeah, I basically just like to get down kind of the main shapes that I'm looking for, the brightest whites, the darkest darks. Sorry about that. So the toucan's kind of an easy one to do, I feel like, because it's mostly black. And then the bright colors are very bright, so if you see yellow, it's going to be white. If you see orange, it's going to be white. So when you get to this point, like I messed up the beak here. It's obviously it's a little too big. It's not in the right spot. So I focus more on the negative space that I'm seeing here, which would be underneath the beak, instead of focusing on where the beak should be. I'm focusing on what is under the beak. Big schnoz. In the background we can change as we go. Just kind of still getting the main shapes in. Oop, there's my cat trying to break in. I guess let me let him in. Come on in. Hi, kitty. My cat literally body slams the door if I don't let him in, so it's gonna get real annoying. Hi, kitty. Hello. How's everybody doing today? I'm going to be teaching some art classes this week in Dumbo, Brooklyn. If anybody's around the area, we have some summer classes coming up, and I'm doing some outdoor classes. Should be pretty fun. Well, thank you. Just don't know why I decided to do this toucan. I thought maybe it'd be cool to do because they are so colorful, just to kind of see it in gray. And then in the end, I don't know, we can decide if we want to do color at the end here. I don't know yet. I gotta brush up on my watercolor skills because I have to teach a watercolor class. Actually, I have to teach 2 watercolor classes. I'm actually very good at watercolor. It's just been kind of a while since I've actually worked in it. I think my style has changed a lot since I've kind of done watercolors regularly. And, you know, it's interesting the way my acrylic style kind of came from my watercolor style, I feel like. And now it's kind of shifted again where, like, it's harder to translate my acrylic style into watercolor, if that makes sense. Because I do like to paint very wet in acrylic, but with the way that I layer here, it's a little bit too much for watercolor, so I kind of have to dial it back when I work with watercolors, so I just have to kind of get used to doing that again. But basically my job is going to be drawing the New York skyline from the Dumbo area of Brooklyn, so that's pretty cool. I was thinking of adding some kaiju in there or something, maybe. I mean, the paint's not going to dry while I'm working on it right now, but I do have a little storage thing I keep my paint in so it doesn't dry out. But I'm probably only going to be working on this for like an hour or so. If you guys have any animals that you want to see, I've been kind of having fun doing these different animals every week, so like, give me some suggestions. As I was saying before, these little boards I buy, they're like $17 for a box of like 30 of them, and I would say maybe don't use them for like really like good pieces that you want to work on, but they're great for practice and just like messing around with and just, you know, doing like quick little paintings like this on them. It doesn't feel like you're like wasting some big piece of canvas or something just to do like a fun little project. Hey guys. And yeah, again, I know this is a grayscale painting and I'm working on a red base, so that kind of changes things a little bit, but that's just a personal preference. Everybody, you're welcome to do any color you want underneath. Do it on white. I just think it's a little boring to do plain white, because then basically I'm just using black and gray, which that's fine too. I mean, it depends on if you're going to add color, depends on what look you're really going for. I really think the grayscale thing is really just more of a practice of values and tone and stuff, and kind of, I get asked a lot of questions about how I choose colors in my paintings, and a lot of it really comes down to just value, because I'm not even really looking at the colors necessarily, I'm looking at the lighting. And I just choose to use, say, like yellow instead of white, or use like a dark purple instead of black, kind of just choosing to add color where there isn't, but using the same values that you see. Hey Shay. What time is it? It's 5 o'clock. It's kind of looking like a toucan so far. Hello. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Kind of a lazy day for me here. I'm just about to start a long work week. The place I work has a camp, kids art camp thing that I'm going to be working at, so probably going to be exhausted and working with a bunch of kids all summer, but you know, I I gotta pay the bills somehow. I'm gonna be teaching some like basic drawing classes and stuff as well. I was thinking of doing, basically what I want to do is take what I teach at my art job and turn it into YouTube videos as well. But you guys, I would love to hear your input on what you would want to see, because I'm going to be doing content for people, you know, in a real life class, and I also want to see what you guys want to learn, because I can translate them and use it for both things, you know. I'm not really doing any like surrealism stuff yet, teaching wise, even though I want to, but I just kind of started working there, so I have to kind of build my way up, but just for the future. So yeah, we got our basic shapes all figured out. I think it looks like a bird, right? So now I'm going to probably go in and do more of the, just kind of get into a little more of the details of shading and grayscale like that. This is kind of just black and white. I mean, there's some gray here, but just now I'm going to kind of get into the details. So for this stage, I probably kind of more of a wash, I would say. I'm still going to keep the black showing as much as I can. Just going to give it like a highlight here. It's also got like a little red feathers by his butt here. Shit, the ice cream truck. Hey, Kirsty, thank you. If you do want to work on something like this, you're totally actually be using a black and white picture. I'm using color right now just to kind of challenge myself. Kind of see that, but you can easily do it. Just if you have Procreate, just turn that to grayscale. I kind of tend to like to either take black and white pictures and turn them color, or take color pictures and turn them black and white just by sight. But again, that's just kind of a way to help you learn values and stuff. You start to see kind of how easy it really is in a way to layer and build up a painting when you start to learn to really see the light and shadow, because that's all shapes really are in the end, is just light and shadow. So normally I would make my own black color because 2 black is pretty dull, but for this little thing I'm just using 2 black. I would normally use like alizarin crimson, some blue and brown, mix that together kind of into a nice dark black. Damn guys, what's for dinner tonight? I'm hungry. What do we think so far? See how long we've been going for. 24 minutes. Yeah. Really though, guys, if you like these kinds of tutorials, definitely let me know what you like to see or want to see, because again, I'm going to be teaching this stuff in real life, and I'd love to hear feedback from people who actually like my art, so I can kind of learn what to teach people. You know, I like to share this stuff. Sometimes I just don't always know how to actually teach. I guess I'm trying to learn how to do that because it's becoming my job now, actually. But yeah, I just feedback would be great. I know a lot of people ask me about my color, but it's a little bit harder to kind of explain that in a video like this, but I'm trying to work on something right now. It's a little bit hard to get to the edge here on this. Easier, but looks pretty good for 30 minutes, huh? You know, something that helps people that don't necessarily see it as easily, if you squint your eyes at your reference, it can kind of help you differentiate your highlights and kind of draw out the high and low lights really easily and focus on those parts. Hello. Now my cat wants to leave the room after he was bashing the door. Now he wants to leave, so. Close to the end here, honestly. Debating if we should do color on it or not. I'm not sure. What do you think? Can always do that next week. It's a toucan, not a penguin, but thank you. It's just because he's in black and white, maybe that's why. But you know, I'm debating adding the color onto him. Alright, y'all, you know, I think I'm probably done with this actually. Kind of have to keep it a quick one today anyway, because I'm a little busy, and I will be for this week, but I have other stuff planned coming up soon. Let me know if you want to see me color this. I can come back to this later this week when I have a day off and do a little color glaze. Kind of show you how to layer your glazing just over a black and white painting. Alright guys, I think that's it for now. I'm getting really hungry. I should have eaten before I started this, but I'm done. And yeah, let me know if you want to see this in color. We can do a glaze on this together if you want to see that. How it looks in color, and here just again to show it together. I basically use this reference here. Really just this dude is what I used here, so I'm a little off, but you know. There he is. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week, or possibly even sooner than that, because I might stream during the week at some point, but yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.